Welcome to Truist Stadium, the site of today's contest yet again. It's the Carolina Disco Turkeys back in action in Winston for the first time in a while, and their opponent today will be the Locos of High Point and Thomasville. And it's a rivalry that has begun between these two teams. Just a short trip up the highway to Thomasville for the Disco Turkeys, and they're two teams that have played each other very close so far this season. This should be a good one today as we get into the game day gobble. Pretty much your everyday starting lineup for the Disco Turkeys, all of your top guys out there today. And we've seen that more recently than we had in the beginning part of the season where we moved the lineup around a lot. But, Brett, as we get into it here in the game day gobble, you want to talk about the play of the Disco Turkeys lately, especially on that road trip, which saw a couple of tough losses and a couple of not so tough losses.
Well, I liked what I saw. Especially in Boone until you got to that ninth inning. I mean, the fight, the resiliency from this ball club against the top dogs on the road, you could see the mindset had changed. You could see the mentality was there to keep fighting, keep scratching, keep clawing away, and just unable to hold on to it there in the ninth inning. Just an unfortunate set of circumstances that led to that result, but a game I think Carolina can certainly build off of, and they haven't played since. It's been 7 days since a ball game, so a lot of time off to rest and regroup and recover, and I think that's going to do this ball club a lot of good.
And that loss against the Bigfoots in Boone was the 11th consecutive, and it came in walk-off fashion for the Bigfoots of Boone, North Carolina. It was a 5-4 win for Boone. It was their 11th straight. And then their next game the next day would be an 8-4 win against the Catawba Valley Stars. And then finally, the High Toms of the Coastal Plains League snapped their 12-game winning streak with a 7-3 win over the Bigfoots. But they have not lost to a non-CPL team, have the Bigfoots, since all the way back on June 5th when they lost to the Locos of High Point and Thomasville. So that is a very, very solid team that they have there in Boone, but a tough loss for Carolina, who's looking to get back in the win column here, and they've got the right guys to do it. Talk about your keys to the game and what you're expecting to see here from the Disco Turkeys, Brett.
Well, number one is to build off what I think were some really solid at-bats and approaches at the plate Friday night in Boone. It's stay consistent, wait on your pitch. Don't be too aggressive, but don't be too patient or too passive either. Number two, strong bullpen pitching. When we need a good start from Nick Macedon, I think you and I both know that he's more than capable of doing that. However, we need a strong outing for the bullpen tonight because that was the bugaboo Friday night in Boone. Number three, be smart, play level-headed. Things can tend to get a little bit frustrating when you're in a losing streak like this, but with a game like last Friday night to build off of, I think you've got a lot of things to be happy about going forward, but just stay level-headed for right now. Don't get yourself in any sticky situations.
And even more than that, they had a solid game on Monday against the Mustangs of the Coastal Plain League in Martinsville, did the Disco Turkeys, but they even out-hit the Mustangs. That was a total of 6-5 in favor of Carolina, but they just couldn't string anything together. The only run that they scored came courtesy of Hayden Setzer, who advanced around on a passed ball. So it was a 7-1 loss for the Disco Turkeys. Chase Jesse could not quite find the strike zone in his start. He walked 5 and struck out 7 through 3 innings. But on the mound today for Carolina, as you mentioned, is Nick Macedon. And is he your player to watch, or do you have somebody else on the docket that you're looking at?
You know, I'm looking at Christian Usher. He had his first hit as a Disco Turkey on Friday night in Boone, and it was a big one at the time that gave Carolina a 3-2 lead. Patrick Usher, gave Carolina a 3-2 lead going into that bottom half of the ninth inning. What a time for your first hit, huh? But you could see it. Graham, his first few at-bats, and his only at-bat against Catawba Valley middle of last week, too. You can see he's really starting to see the ball well. I think he can square up a few tonight and maybe hit one onto the grass out there in left field.
And that'd be really fun to see, and hopefully he can be a spark for the Disco Turkeys tonight. And that'll get us into your starting lineups presented by Foothills Brewing. Try Foothills' great craft brewing and coffee at any of their 3 Triad locations. Find out more at foothillsbrewing.com. We'll start things off with the visiting Locos. Leading off for the Locos will be Carlos Mezquita, their everyday third baseman, Jose Vargas in the two-hole playing shortstop, Nick Tiller in center field batting third, Joshua Delorier, the High Point University commit, bats cleanup and starts in right field, Luke Pritchett at first base batting fifth, Drake Carrick, the designated hitter, bats sixth, Daniel Lane, a new face for the Locos, playing second base batting seventh, Mason Everhart gets the start in left batting eighth, and Ethan Martin behind the plate will bat ninth. And on the mound for the Locos is number 11, Gavin Bird, who had a pretty good start the last time he was on the bump to start the game against the Disco Turkeys. It came about a month ago. He got the loss, but it was a good outing nonetheless. For the Disco Turkeys, it's who else? Deion Tubbs lead things off in center field. Kix Farrell, the third baseman, and batting second. Logan Conklin DHs tonight, batting third. Austin St. Laurent, the shortstop, bats cleanup. Caleb Smith in the 5 spot, a new spot for him so far this season, starts in left field. Jeff Davis in right, bats sixth. Kaysen Hager gets the start at second base and bats seventh. Patrick Usher behind the plate will bat eighth, and Bryson Beber gets the start at first in the 9-hole. Nick Macadon on the mound, as we mentioned, and that'll do it for the Game Day Goblin starting lineups. We'll bring you the first inning of action here at Truist Stadium between the Disco Turkeys and the Locos after this quick break. Welcome back to Truist Stadium. Graham Tuck with Brett Wiseman beside me for the first inning. Nick Macadon on the mound for the Disco Turkeys, set to take on the High Point-Thomasville Locos. First three due up for the Locos is Amezquita, Vargas, and Tiller. The Locos won the last game against the Disco Turkeys pretty handily. It was a day game in Thomasville that the Disco Turkeys fell to the Locos 10-3. They had that game tied at 3 in the 6th inning, and then from that point on, the bullpen just couldn't hold on for Carolina. And the Locos jumped all over the pitching for the Disco Turkeys, but looking to change things around, change fortunes perhaps, is Carolina and the Disco Turkeys tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, and that would be, part of the reasoning other than last Friday night was the last time these two ball clubs met was that the bullpen was just not able to hold things down. That's why it's not only important to get a good start out of Nick Macadon this evening, but when the bullpen comes into the fray here, for them to shut the door. As we've talked about, the key is to slam the door and lock it shut. There's, a lot of times there's just been that little sliver of light that the opposition's able to kick down the door and bust through it and then close it themselves.
And these two teams were supposed to play yesterday in the morning, but bad conditions at Finch Field. There wasn't really any inclement weather that prevented them from playing, but the field conditions just weren't good enough for them to play on the field. So they decided to postpone that game, and we believe it'll be made up at a later date at Finch Field. But the game at hand is tonight, and the Disco Turkeys are ready to go. Amezquita stepping into the box for the Locos to start things off. This should be a good one. Sit tight. We'll bring you all the action here on the Disco Turkeys YouTube as Nick Macadon takes the mound for the Disco Turkeys, set to throw the first pitch on the year. Macadon's stats on the mound are not too shabby. 24 2/3 innings, 22 earned runs. This will be his 5th start, and the first pitch is inside to Amezquita 1-0.
Pretty good crowd filing in here to Truist Stadium on a Friday night.
The 1-0 pitch swung on, grounded to the right side, but just barely foul, and it'll even the count up.
Like what he's doing first two pitches right there, busting Amezquita in. A leadoff guy that likes to get extended. As we know, can be a menace on the base pass if he gets on.
1-1, high and away, ball 2. There's one thing that the Disco Turkeys struggled with against the Mustangs on Monday, a 7-1 loss for Carolina. Couldn't find the strike zone. They only gave up 5 hits, somehow ended up losing as a weird hop off the mound, picked up from St. Laurent, and Amezquita beat that one out. Beber thought that the out was made, and so did St. Laurent, but it was a very close play and an infield base hit for Carlos Amezquita. Give the credit for that one to the pitcher's mound.
Yeah, absolutely. Funky bounce off the mound, but a good play by St. Laurent to field that on a funky hop and make the throw. That call honestly could have gone either way, but that's a tie goes to the runner scenario right there, I'd say.
So the leadoff man for the Locos does his job, and it'll bring in Jose Vargas. 1-0. He squares to bunt and popped it way up, but Usher won't be able to get to it. It's 0-1.
You got to be wary of that now over at third base. You saw Kix Farrell point to the opposite side of the infield, letting him know he was ready for it. Now Beber's holding the runner on, so he can't charge. So theoretically, you'd want to bunt it. If you're Vargas, you'd want to bunt it to the right side.
And that's something that you've got going on as a team. You go over your bunt coverages, and often running. The hit and run was on, but that one's into center. Tubbs will make the catch for out number 1.
Had to double back right there. That's the danger you fall into when you get into the hit and run, is with a fly ball like that. If it gets deep enough into the gap, it can be tough to double back as a runner, but somebody like Amezquita that's not only speedy but also smart out there on the base pass recognized exactly how high that one was hit and that he was going to be able to double back pretty easily.
That's the second time Macadon has tried to catch Amezquita going the other way and tried to pick him off, but hasn't let him get far enough down the base path to really make anything happen.
Which might not be a bad thing.
First pitch to Nick Tiller. Off and running was Amezquita. The throw from Usher won't be in time and it's a stolen base for Carlos Mezquita, and it's a 1-0 count to the Locos center fielder.
Well, he didn't waste a whole lot of time right there. He got the pick off, and then as soon as Macedon started his motion towards the plate, he was gone. And as fast as that dude is, there is virtually no chance.
Swing and a miss from Tiller on a big cut, and it'll leave the count up at 1.
A challenge fastball that time to a 3-hole hitter, no less. Guy that we know's got some pop has homered in this ballpark.
1-1, another big cut from Tiller, but it'll go back into the netting, and he's in a hole now, 1-2.
And a good late life on that fastball right there. Unable to get around on it was Tiller.
One-two pitch. High ball 2. Good thought from Macedon, just didn't pay off.
Yeah, good spot right there, but a good take at the plate as well. I like the idea, though. A power guy like that, he's looking for it up. Sometimes you raise an eye level, get him to chase it.
2-2. Breaking ball doesn't quite land where Macedon would have liked it to, and the count runs full.
Yeah, he didn't finish the delivery on that one, I think, as well as he would have liked to. Just fluttered out of his hand.
3-2. Swung on and missed by Tiller, and it's a big second out for Nick Macedon.
Well, he knew 3-2. He had to come after him, and what'd he do? He came right after him with the high cheese.
That's a big spot and a big pitch for Nick Macedon early in this contest, and that K will bring up Joshua Delorier, the High Point University commit, an incoming freshman for the Panthers of HPU, and the first pitch he sees is lined into right. This could score Mezquita. He's being waved around. The throw from Davis will get cut off, and it'll be an RBI single from Delorier as Mezquita will come in to score. It's 1-0 Locos.
Well, that's what happens when you get that runner in scoring position. You're never out of the inning. First pitch swing and ambush, a little flare to the right side, finds a hole. Delorier does his job. He gets the run home, and right off the hop here, High Point-Thomasville's off and running.
So Luke Pritchett will step in now. Delorier on first. Beber holding him on. The first pitch to Pritchett is in the left-handed batter's box outside for ball 1.
That's where you want to miss, though. You want to miss away with that breaking ball. If it misses over the inside half, he's going to pull his hands in and rip it down the line.
Another pickoff move from Macedon, this one closer than the previous, but it's still not in time.
Now he's getting a pretty big lead over there.
1-0. That one swung on. A good drive into shallow right center. Tubbs will make the catch pretty easily, though, for out number 3. So we'll go to the bottom half of the first. Carolina did a pretty good job. Credit to Nick Macedon for getting a big strikeout and keeping this inning shorter than it could have been, but the Locos still scratch one across, and it's 1-0 after just 1/2 inning here in Winston. Back here for the bottom of the first inning, Carolina down in a hole, 1-0. The Locos lead as Dion Tubbs, the leadoff man, steps in. And the first pitch to him will bounce its way to the backstop. It's 1-0. Gavin Bird gets the start on the mound for the Locos. The last time he started a game against the Disco Turkeys, it was a win for Carolina. 4-3 was the final. Tubbs swings on that one to the right side. It'll get through despite a diving effort from the second baseman, Daniel Lane, and it's a leadoff single for Dion Tubbs.
Well, Dion, as we talk about, he's one of the more aggressive guys in this lineup. Finds a 1-0 pitch he likes, middle in, slaps it through the right side hole, and now he's on, and you know what that means.
Dion Tubbs has 19 stolen bases on the year. The next one would be his 20th. A big milestone for number 3 could potentially come tonight. Kix Farrell stepping into the box for the Disco Turkeys, the number 2 hitter and third baseman tonight. Tubbs is off and running. The throw gets away, and that's stolen base number 20 for Dion Tubbs on the season. What a year he's had on the base paths.
Well, it didn't take him very long to get that milestone, did he?
Not at all. Congrats
he wasted
to the big man
no
right
time.
There. And I'm sure he doesn't know exactly what he's just done, but that is a big milestone for any player to get stolen bases in a season, let alone
a summer season.
When you're only, this is game number 25.
Exactly.
And for Dion, this is game number 21. This is his 21st start. He's stolen 20 bases. That just shows you exactly what kind of a threat he is on the base paths. The count is 0-1 to Kix Farrell. Looked like a bit of a pitch out from Bird, to be honest with you, but somehow it got in the top part of the zone. Here's the 0-1. That one is a ball. And so the count will be even at 1-1.
Puts pressure on the defense, too, when you get a runner in scoring position right off the hop like that.
Tubbs on second, Kix Farrell at the plate. And the Disco Turkeys in business early. 1-1 pitch. Line back to Bird, and he'll jump up and catch that one. Good athleticism from number 11 on the mound to jump up and grab that ball, and it's out number 1.
Hey, really good stuff right there, and a good pitch from him, too, to get in on the hands of Kix Farrell, forcing him to jam that thing and pop it up. But a big-time first out right there. Don't be surprised if Dion makes a move for third, though.
Logan Conklin DHing tonight. He'll step into the batter's box for Carolina.
One of the most consistent bats all year.
Conklin making his 22nd appearance. All of them starts for Carolina tonight. He's batting .317 on the year. Looking for hit number 20 on the season and RBI number 10 potentially.
How about home run number 2?
A move back to second by Bird will cause Tubbs to retreat to the bag, but no further.
Yeah, again, don't be surprised if he takes off for third.
First pitch to Conklin. Lined a high drive into right. This should at least get Tubbs to third. The catch will be made by Delorier, and Tubbs is off and running. The throw gets away, but a good backup play from Gavin Bird will keep that ball from getting into the Loco dugout. So it's out number 2, but Dion Tubbs is 90 feet from scoring the first run of the game for Carolina.
Yeah, you said it right there. If Gavin Bird is not doing his job and backing that play up, that throws in the dugout and Dion scores and the ball game's tied. Instead, he's at third now with 2 down.
So Conklin did exactly his job. Despite the fact that Carolina has seemingly done pretty well at the plate in this inning, just 6 pitches so far for Bird as Austin St. Laurent steps in. First pitch he sees is in the dirt for ball 1. Austin St. Laurent recently transferred from East Carolina to Appalachian State, announced his commitment, I should say. Congratulations to him on his new start in the Highlands of North Carolina, as that ball will miss 2-0.
And a ballpark he's pretty familiar with.
And he's done pretty well in. 2-0 pitch to Austin is swung on and grounded foul to the left side, 2-1.
Incredibly happy for him, and as some of you might know, as an alumnus of Appalachian State, That's a program that's been building for quite some time. Just came off their best season in their first 7 years in the Sun Belt. Kermit Smith has something good building, and this guy is going to be a big part of it for the next 3 years.
2-1 pitch, misses outside, and St. Laurent's ahead, 3-1. Austin St. Laurent on the year, batting .300 even. This is his 14th start. 3-1 pitch to the left side, picked up by MS Kita, and the throw to first will get away. So Dion Tubbs will score. St. Laurent gunning for second. He might take a turn. He'll get down, and he's safe at second base. So the Disco Turkeys have another running in scoring position, and the run scores on the error by MS Kita at third. It's all tied up 1-1 here in Winston.
Put the ball in play. Good things happen. St. Laurent's speed forces a quick, hurried throw. It goes high. Dion's able to score. St. Laurent ends up at second. When you force the defense to make plays quicker than they want to, that is what happens.
So to bring in Caleb Smith, who has moved all around the lineup so far this season. Right now he's in the 5 spot. And the first pitch he sees from Bird is high for ball 1.
Be a big spot right here if you can push 2 across in the bottom half.
You've already evened the game up. It's more than you could ask for. Smith has been very, very consistent at the plate this year, like Conklin and St. Laurent both. 1-0 pitch to him. Swung on, fouled off, 1-1. On the year, Smith batting .255. This is his 15th start, 19th game played.
I really liked what I saw out of him in the leadoff spot out at East Rowan against the Catawba Valley Stars.
He had a pretty good day, did Smith. He had 2 hits. Second consecutive multi-hit game for him was that one. The count right now, 1-1, 2 outs, and an off-speed will miss low, count 2-1. Smith had a rough start to the year. Anybody will tell you that, including himself, will be the first to tell you. But since then, he's really come on. He has become a guy for Carolina who does not strike out often, if at all.
And he puts the ball in play, and as we've talked about, every time he does, it's solid contact.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Lined into left center. There's that solid contact again, but that one won't get down, and it'll be an L7 to end the inning for Smith, but 1 across for Carolina, courtesy of an error made by Carlos Mesquita, who scored the lone run for the Locos in the top half of the inning, and will go to the second. The score here in Winston, 1-1, Disco Turkeys and Locos. Back here for the second inning as first pitch seen by the Locos' number 6-man Drake Carrick is lined into center, and a catch made by Dion Tubbs for out number 1. That was quick. Just barely had time to get back.
That was quick and loud. He didn't miss that by much.
But fortunately for the Disco Turkeys, it's out number 1. Already the third time that Tubbs has been tested out there in center field. Scores 1-1 here at Truist Stadium between the Disco Turkeys and the Locos. And stepping in for the Locos now will be Daniel Lane, the first time that Carolina has seen him this year. Interested to see what he's got, but we'll have to wait at least one pitch as it's outside for ball one from Macadon. Oh, that one's into left, and that one's going to drop. St. Laurent not quite able to get to it, and taking a turn is Daniel Lane. That one just barely got away from St. Laurent. And it's an infield base hit for the second baseman for High Point-Thomasville.
Well, it sounded like a splintered bat, too. Was not at all solid contact, weak contact, but off the end of the bat enough to splinter it and find a hole.
Already the third hit allowed by Macadon in the first trip through the lineup. It'll bring in Mason Everhart, the left fielder, who made that catch to end the inning. A great block from Patrick Usher behind the plate to keep that one in his range. We'll keep Daniel Lane at first for the time being.
I love what I've seen from this kid, not only at the plate, but right there behind it as well defensively. And we've talked about the embarrassment of riches this ball club has in backstops. He just adds to that list.
Usher on the year, 1 for 5, 4 Ks, but the one hit he does have came at a pretty big time. Off and running was Lane. The throw from Usher, he got him. Well, there you go. Embarrassment of riches indeed, and it's out number 2, courtesy of number 30 behind the plate.
Yeah, he showed off the arm right there. First time they went against him, didn't get a good throw off that time. Great pop. Tremendous throw down, right on line, on the money. Nailed him.
So quickly 2 outs as that one's in there for, I believe, strike 2. It is 1-2. I was mistaken, courtesy of the scoreboard here in stadium. 1-2 pitch. Wow, got him to chase the ladder. What an inning for the Disco Turkeys defensively. One hit, but a caught stealing, courtesy of Patrick Usher, and a big strikeout from Nick Macadon to end it. We'll go to the bottom half of the second inning. Still 1-1 here in Winston. Back here for the bottom of the second inning, Graham Tuck with Brett Wiseman beside me, and we've got a good one here so far. It's 1-1 as we go to the bottom of the second. Carolina surrendered a run in the top of the first as Jeff Davis swings on the first pitch he sees and misses for strike 1.
Really good changeup right there.
Surrendered a run in the top of the first, then got it back unearned in the bottom of the inning as Davis hit that one very high and deep into center. And just short of the warning track, the catch will be made by Nick Tiller. Davis did not miss that one by a whole lot at all.
Oh, man. That's one he's going to want back right there. That was a fastball center cut. He timed it perfectly, got around on it, drove it to the deepest part of the ballpark. Just not enough on it. Maybe 5 or 10 more feet, it might be at least hitting off that high wall out in center field.
I'll tell you, I've never seen anybody hit one out here dead center. It's 400 to the base of the center field wall, and then probably another 35 feet at least
up
to clear the yellow line.
Think of Chase Field in Arizona and how not often you see somebody go yard dead center there. But then again, it's 415 and the wall's about the same height there.
Case and Haggard in the box for the Disco Turkeys. He's fallen 1-1, and the pitch outside for a 2-1 count. The Disco Turkey second baseman, we never confirmed, but we believe he was ejected in the first inning against the Bigfoots this past Friday.
Yeah, that's still something that boggles our minds, and we don't know. We still don't know one way or the other definitively what happened, but that's the only logical conclusion we could draw.
It's a 2-2 count to Haggard. Kurt Cabana has made a trip into the dugout of the Locos. Not quite sure why. We'll figure that out. 2-2 count. Will miss low. 3-2. Patrick Usher on deck, and already there's action in the bullpen for the Locos. Update you on that when we can. The 3-2 pitch is popped up by Haggard to the right side. Wind carrying to the left, and calling off the second baseman will be the right fielder Delorier, who makes the catch for out number 2.
A good play right there by Delorier. A lot of times a ball that shallow, the second baseman kind of assumes he has it. But when it's getting blown around like that up in the wind, the right fielder's got the best view of it because he's coming on, not looking over his shoulder.
The wind is carrying from that side to the left. So with 2 outs, it'll be Patrick Usher set to take his first hacks today. Bryson Beber on deck. Here's the first pitch to number 30. It'll skip its way in. Ball 1.
You see where the wind is blowing right there on the American flag, Graham? You talked about it. It's blowing in towards right.
That one made its way into the zone. The pitch was right down Main Street from Bird, so it's a 1-1 count to Patrick Usher. He'll check his swing on that one, but on the outside corner, very well painted by Bird, is strike 2. One, two with 2 outs, and another smart idea from Usher to hold off. It's 2-2 now after a ball in the dirt.
And now he's, I would say, bought himself a fastball to go after right now.
2-2 count. Here it is. And he did go after it, but it was way out of the zone. Got him to go up the ladder, and it's out number 3. So both teams go 3 up, 3 down in the second. After scoring in the first, we'll go to the third. Score still 1-1 here in Winston. Looking for an opportunity to promote your local business? Contact us today to become a sponsor of the Carolina Disco Turkeys. Opportunities start at just $100 per season, so to learn more, message sponsorships at discoturkeys.com. That's sponsorships at discoturkeys.com. We'll bring you back here to Truist Stadium for the third inning of play, where the Locos are coming up to bat. Nick Macadon on the mound, and he's set to face 9-1-2 in the third inning. Both teams got through their first 5 in the first, then 6, 7, 8 went 3 up, 3 down in the second inning, and both teams will have 9-1-2 due up in the third, and it starts with Ethan Martin taking his first axe of the day for the Locos. 22nd pitch of the day for Nick Macadon is in there for a called strike one. Very good first pitch for Macadon.
Perfect location on that one.
That one's a bit farther outside. It'll miss 1-1. I have a feeling he was trying to get Martin to chase, but no dice whatsoever in that respect.
Yeah, I was trying to get him to chase a tail and fastball right there.
1-1, same spot as the first pitch, and again, called strike two.
That's just perfect execution on those two fastballs right there, painting the outside corner.
1-2. Line back up the middle. Very good piece of hitting from Martin, and it'll be a leadoff single for the Loco catcher.
Yeah, I think he caught on to the idea they had right there. They pounded him away on the first 3 pitches, and then Macadon tried to come inside on him, caught a little bit too much of the plate. He brought his hands in, got the barrel to it, and whacked it back up the middle.
So the lineup card will flip back to the top for the first time for the Locos, and it comes with 1 runner on first and nobody out. Macadon will throw back to Martin. M.S. Keats has singled his first time up, also back up the middle, stole second, and then came around to score on a single from Joshua Delorier. That one on the first pitch is into high left center. Tubbs. No, Smith making the catch. Wow, what a play from Smith to range all the way over and cut off Dion Tubbs, and it's out number 1.
Well, I don't know if Dion lost it in the sun or what happened there, but heck of a play by Caleb to get a read on that thing and make a tough catch on the run in the alley for out number 1.
That was a very well hit ball. And to track that one down, as we just mentioned, with the wind moving the way that it is, and Smith
probably put that closer to dead center than it would have normally.
Right,
and blowing that way out.
Smith's not a traditional outfielder, so very good play and a display of how much he's improved so far this year. So it'll bring in Jose Vargas, who flew out to center his first time up. The first pitch to him will miss for ball 1. Macadon is up to 27 pitches now. Bird for the Locos is at 28 through 2 innings.
I think that's exactly the range both guys want to be at.
And a big cut on that 1-0 pitch from Vargas will even things up. Macadon on the year on the mound. His longest outing was 5 innings against these Locos.
Uh-oh.
And that pickoff throw got away from Macadon. It's going to go into the bullpen, and Ethan Martin will slide into second without a throw. So an error charge to Macadon will advance a runner into scoring position with just 1 out.
Sorry, Graham, that's a miscue you just can't have at that point, because right there you're a ground ball away from getting out of the inning, rolling a double play, and now you got traffic and a runner in scoring position with only 1 down and the meat of the order due up behind Vargas.
And Martin's not really a fast guy, as that one's in similar spot to the one that M.S. Keats popped up. It'll be caught by Smith, and Martin fakes the tag. So there are 2 outs now, so it almost makes it no, but at the same time,
you still got to run in scoring position.
Martin's not that fast of a ball player. Credit to him. He can make things happen on the base paths, but he's not a guy that you're worried about stealing so much. So to pick off to him at least twice is, I'd say it's questionable, to say the least. But there are 2 outs in the inning now, and it'll bring up Nick Tiller, who struck out his first time up. First pitch to him is inside for ball 1. And that's pitch number 30 for Macadon. That one's down, ball 2.
That didn't miss by much. I like the spot down and in.
2-0 pitch from Macedon coming, and it's outside for ball 3.
Well, what do you think here, Graham? They give him the green light?
Honestly, I think you should, with the power bat that Tiller's got.
Exactly. I totally agree. The guy, as we said, has homered in this ballpark.
3-0. Right down Broadway, no green light that time. It's 3-1.
Nope, taken all the way. Macedon knew it. Good job to get back in the count right there.
3-1 pitch. Popped up and foul. And it'll run to 3-2.
It's a big pitch right here with a guy in scoring position and 2 down. Macedon can get out of this. That'll be a big vote of confidence for not only him, but the guys coming up behind him offensively.
3-2. Didn't chase the ladder that time, and it's a walk with 2 outs for Nick Tiller. Climbed the ladder, I should say. And it'll bring up Delorier, who had an RBI single the last time he came up. And it comes with another runner in scoring position, but this time there's a runner in front of him at first as well.
Well, last time they tried to come in on Delorier, and he fought it off the other way.
And that one plunked him, so the bases will load with 2 outs.
That was a breaking ball as well. Again, they tried to go inside on him.
Now things are starting to get interesting as Luke Pritchett will come up.
I think the idea with that breaking ball was to try to get it to break back over the inside corner and start it where it hit him, but just didn't make it out of his hand in a good enough spot. And now Kurt Cabana.
Yep. Base is loaded, 2 outs. Haven't seen any action in the pen for Carolina yet. So this should just be strategic or to calm him down.
I would think it's a mixture of both. You do have a force at any base now.
So your infield will likely be playing back, with the ability to have a force at any base. We want to keep the ball in the infield. Pritchett, his first time up, flew out to center field. And the first pitch that he sees this time around will be popped up foul for strike 1.
Good job to get ahead in the count, and important right there too. You cannot afford to miss over the heart of the plate to this guy, because he can bust this open real quick.
0-1 pitch. Swung on right side, but foul. 0-2.
Good tailing action on the fastball right there. Got him to stretch for it.
Big spot for Macedon. 0-2. Off speed, didn't quite catch the zone. It's 1-2 now.
Good waste pitch right there. Got him to chase the last one out and away. Got him to foul it off. Maybe go a little bit further outside. See if he'll go after it again.
1-2 pitch. To the left side. That one is going to be stopped by St. Laurent, but that'll be it. An infield base hit for Luke Pritchett is an RBI, and it's 2-1 Locos.
That's an important play, though, by St. Laurent to dive and keep that thing on the infield. If it gets through, 2-run score as opposed to just the 1.
So a run-saving stop from St. Laurent, but it won't stop 1 run from scoring.
Of course, that's not ideal, but...
So to bring in Drake Carrick, and he'll take the first pitch for called strike 1.
Still an important play, though, if Macedon can limit the damage.
Grounded to St. Laurent at short, and he'll flip on to second for out number 3. But 1 run across for the Locos in this half inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. The score 2-1. Locos on top through 2.5. We're back here for the bottom of the third inning. Graham Tuck with Brett Wiseman beside me, and we've got a good one here for you. In the bottom of the third, Carolina's down 2-1 to the High Point-Thomasville Locos, and it's Bryson Beber to lead things off in the third. First pitch he sees will be taken for a called strike one from Gavin Bird.
This is a guy that is more than capable of getting a lineup going here before the lineup card flips over.
Beber batting .242 on the year. This is his 10th start as a Disco Turkey, 15th appearance overall.
And he has really come on the past 10 or 15 games as well with the bat.
Yeah, you could say that for absolute sure. He's looking for hit number 9 on the year. That one is popped up. It'll get out of play, foul. And I believe that one was gifted to a young fan. Good moment for them.
Well, younger than us, but not by much. Still nice play off the carom, though. He played the hop well.
And that one by Beber on the 1-2 count is going to be popped up into shallow center, and it'll drop for a base hit. Good stuff for number 2 in blue, and it's a leadoff single.
That a way to get things going right there. Just try to make contact, put it in play, hope it finds a hole. Good stuff there from Beber to get the line moving here as it flips back over to the top of the lineup.
So similarly to Ethan Martin, who had a base hit to center field to start the third for the Locos as the 9-hitter. Beber does the same thing, and he'll bring up Dion Tubbs, who's already 1 for 1 today with a single, a stolen base, and a run scored. Let's take the first pitch, high and away, ball 1. Tubbs stole second at the start of the bottom of the first. It was his 20th stolen base of the year in game number 21. Good stuff for Dion Tubbs. I'll take that one, strike 1.
Good spot right there, outer half. If he gets one in, he's going to spin to win, though. Try to pull it down the line.
One pitch. That one gets away from Bird. It's ball 2. Carolina with 2 hits after going through the lineup once. The Locos have 5 through 3 innings. 2 runs on the scoreboard for the Locos. Both of them earned. 1 run on the board for the Disco Turkeys, and it was unearned. 2-1 pitch. Taken by Tubbs. Strike 2 called.
Yeah, that's a good take, though, on the outer half. Again, if he tries to get extended on that, he's probably going to roll over it or ground it right to the third baseman, which at the very most would just be a force play at second. Good take.
Two-two count to Dion Tubbs with number 2 on first base. Swung on and fouled off. Tubbs will stay alive. Beber got a hardy secondary, but unable to do anything with it.
I mean, good defensive 2-strike swing right there, though. Breaking ball that he stayed back on just long enough to get a piece of.
The 2-2 again. Off speed, didn't quite get back into the corner. It's 3-2.
Well, that did not miss by much, but here's something to watch for. They keep pitching him away. Third baseman's playing off the line at third if he slaps one that way.
3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, and Tubbs was already on his way to first. Don't know what he was thinking there.
Yeah,
that one was
right
pretty
on the
clear
black.
cut. And it's a backwards K for the leadoff man, and it's out number 1.
That was right on the black, and it's been a strike all night from our home plate umpire thus far, so not much Dion could do with that, though. It was perfectly spotted. Now to be up to Kix Farrell.
So it brings up Dion Tubbs' counterpart with the 1-2. It's Kix Farrell. First pitch, off speed. Good stuff from Bird, and it's called for strike 1.
Great spot right there. Tried to do what McAdon did on the hit by pitch. The top half of the inning was start that at the hitter's shoulder, break it back down over the inner half, and did just that.
A 1 pitch. Another good pitch from Bird, and it's strike 2.
Perfect spot at the knees right there.
Oh, 2. A very good off-speed pitch from Bird, but it just missed. A great take from Farrell, and the count's 1-2.
Might have clipped the corner, but didn't get it good enough. Great take by Farrell, but well-executed pitch on the mound as well.
One, 2. Foul tipped into the mid of Martin, and it's another K for Gavin Bird, and it's out number 2.
He came right after with a big-time fastball. Kicks, couldn't get around on it in time, was able to get a piece of it, but good job behind the plate by Martin to hang on to it. And 2 pretty big outs after the leadoff single.
So Logan Conklin will step in. 2 outs. Beber still on first after that leadoff single. First pitch to Conklin. Taken, and a snap throw back to first. Nearly got Beber, but he's safe, and it's ball 1 to Logan Conklin.
Caught him bleeding a little bit. Good idea behind the plate to throw down there and keep him honest.
The 1-0. Off speed, Conklin tried to put that one into the beer garden in left center field, but it's a swing and a miss, and it's strike 2, actually, I should say.
Wow. I mean, he stays back just maybe a split second longer. That thing's not coming down anytime soon. Just pulled off it a bit.
0-2. In the dirt, ball 1. Carolina is in danger of stranding their second runner of the night. Haven't had a whole lot of trouble on the base paths at all so far tonight. 1-2. In the dirt, ball 2.
Yeah, Pepper's hit was only the second of the night thus far, compared to 5 for the Locos. Be a good time for hit number 3 right now.
Logan Conklin, 2-2. And it's fouled back by Conklin. He'll stay alive. Beber faked the steal.
Good hack right there from Conklin. Couple of really good swings. On the breaking ball, he missed right there, but he looked to have timed that one up. He was on it.
So again, 2-2 count to Logan Conklin. And the pitch. Off speed, fouled off again by Conklin, and it'll still be 2-2. This next one will be pitch number 50 from Gavin Bird.
Still out in front of that breaking ball a bit, but stayed back better that time.
The pitch from Bird to Conklin. Swung on and missed. And the top 3 in the order go down all on strikes in the 3rd inning after a leadoff single from Bryson Beber. And that will be how the 3rd inning ends. We'll go to the 4th. The score, 2-1 in favor of the Locos of High Point and Thomasville. Top of the fourth inning here at Truist Stadium. Graham Tuck with Brett Wiseman beside me. Nick McAdon makes his return to the mound. Bottom three in the order due up for the Locos in the fourth. Daniel Lane start things off. Second baseman for the Locos, and a good frame from Usher won't bring that one back into the zone. First pitch, ball one.
A good spot, though, down in the end right there.
Nick McAdon has done pretty well to work out of trouble as that one's grounded to the right side. Beber will have to throw back to McAdon, and he got him.
Wow.
Beber got really lucky. That one probably could have been picked up by Kason Haggard at second base. Very, very fortunate that McAdon was able to range over and make that play.
Kurt Cabana is going to make sure he's all right. Great play by him. An infielder by trade as well to keep that foot on the bag. And I don't know how well you can see it on that left leg. Look at the dirt that piled up just from that one play and the pseudo dive to make that play. Great stuff from 18 on the mound.
First pitch to Mason Everhart will miss for ball one from McAdon. One-0 pitch. Wow, a big fly into left, and that one's way out of here into the beer garden, and that one is very, very gone. Mason Everhart with a solo shot, and it's now 3-1 Locos.
He didn't miss that at all. Not cheated one bit. Absolutely hammered that thing out to the deepest part of the yard. It's worthy of a big stick right there. And it doubles the lead now for the Locos.
And you could tell off the bat that one sounded like it was hit very, very hard, and it was.
Caleb Smith just stopped running as soon as he saw how far that thing was going.
Bounced off the stairs out there in the beer garden and back to the foul pole, or the flagpole, I should say. And Ethan Martin, very next pitch, will ground that one to short. St. Laurent will throw on to first, and a quick out, number two.
Good bounce back pitch right there from McAdon.
So 2 outs in the inning now, but a run across on the solo shot. MS Keita due up for the third time in 4 innings, the leadoff man for the Locos. Here's the first pitch to him. Off speed, did not quite nip the corner like I thought it did, and it's 1-0.
Well, it looked good from up here.
1-0. In the dirt, 2-0. MS Keita is 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a fly out to left. .20 pitch. Outside, 3-0 the count now.
2 outs here. Think they give him the green light?
Probably not. You need your leadoff man aboard with the speed that he's got.
Totally agree.
3-0, and it is a take, but in the zone, 3-1. That was pitch number 50 for McAdon. He and Bird are now even in that respect. That'll change after this pitch.
See if he can battle back in the count right here.
3-1. Swung on, grounded to the right side. Beber, sliding play. The throw got away from him.
Like, great stop to try and make that play, but MS Keita's speed just too much. Tried to make the play on the slide and then pop up immediately, but that's probably would have beaten it anyways. And now you've given him an extra base.
I'll tell you, man, I said it the first time that Beber did that. That's probably a play that Kason Haggard can make relatively simply.
Right.
Beber does not need to range all the way over to make that play. Because then you make McAdon have to go over and cover first base on top of the fact that you've got to make that throw. And Haggard would have had his momentum going towards first base.
Exactly.
And a 2-out base runner, especially that guy, is not what you want to have happen. But Vargas will foul the first pitch off for strike 1. So good on McAdon for getting ahead in the count quickly.
Yeah, he came right after him. I like the mindset there. Not wasting any time trying to get out of this inning without any further damage done than the solo homer.
0-1. Lined into center, but directly at Dion Tubbs, who will make the catch for out number 3. So no harm, no foul on the error by Bryson Beber. But a solo shot from Mason Everhart has made this a 3-1 ball game and a 2-run contest as we go to the bottom of the 4th. And the Disco Turkeys will have 4, 5, 6 due up to try to counteract the 1 run on the board for the Locos. We're back here for the bottom of the 4th inning. Austin St. Laurent, the cleanup man, due up for the Disco Turkeys to start things off. It'll be St. Laurent, Smith, and Davis due up for the 4th. Gavin Bird back on the mound for the Locos, who's got 50 pitches so far through 3 innings. Macedon has gotten through 4 and thrown 54 pitches, so a more efficient day so far for him. But the Locos have 3 on the board, so 1 for Carolina. First pitch to St. Laurent. A very good spot from Bird on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. St. Laurent reached on an error by Carlos Emezquita at third base his last time up, and that one got away from Bird. The count is now even at 1.
This is not Turkey related, but big news in baseball. The Toronto Blue Jays, for the first time in about 1,000 days.
As that one's lined directly into center for out number 1 from St. Laurent.
Solid contact right there from St. Laurent, but as I was saying, for the first time in about 1,000 days, the Blue Jays back home in Toronto starting July the 30th.
Wow, that's good stuff right there. The Rogers Center will be very, very happy to have them back.
No more Buffalo or, where was it, Dunedin, Florida. Those guys have had to go through more than any other team in baseball with their travel situation, so...
It's 0-1 count to Caleb Smith after he takes that first pitch inside. That one was not taken. It's fouled back for strike 2, though.
Good cut, though. He takes a breaking ball over the inner half, first pitch, not cheated on the 0-1.
The 0-2 pitch. High for ball 1.
Important for the middle of the order now to get something going to try and get at least one of those runs back.
1-2. Flared out the shallow right center, and an easy catch made by Daniel Lane for out number 2, and I've got to tell you, that's about the first time in a month and a half that we've seen Caleb Smith put a ball in play that was not hit very hard.
I was getting ready to say, that is the first time in a long time we've seen soft contact from him, and that was exactly as you said, just him trying to put the ball in play right there, basically throwing the bat head out at it, hoping to find a hole, but unfortunately for him, right to him at second.
So it brings in Jeffrey Davis. He'll take that first pitch high for ball 1, and Bird is upset with himself after that one. He didn't want to fall behind. Davis on the
when
year.
you get 2 quick outs like that.
Yep, exactly. 1-0 pitch, and that's fouled off to the right side, and the count will even up. Davis on the year batting 163, 7 hits in 11 games. He's scored a run 8 times, though, so good stuff from him in that respect. That one is taken outside for ball 2. Of his 7 hits, 4 of them were for extra bases.
One of them a triple that came here on the second ever home game.
2-1 pitch to Davis. Off speed, he sat back on it, but didn't quite get a good bat to it, and the count's even at 2.
Didn't quite sit back long enough. He sits back just a hair longer. He is driving that thing out the left center.
There's someone throwing a bullpen session for the Locos out in left, but they're not wearing a jersey, as that one's lined very sharply by Davis to the right side, but it's foul. Count will stay 2-2. The player throwing the bullpen for the Locos is wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
Well, the Disco Turkeys are wearing shorts tomorrow, but with jerseys.
Another foul ball by Davis, and yeah, you're right, Brett. For the first time in God knows how long.
Since the White Sox in 1976.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was another minor league team who had done it since then, but
true.
Nonetheless, paying homage to the White Sox of the 70s, wearing shorts tomorrow are the Disco Turkeys, so make sure you tune in for that one. It's going to be fun. And foul tipped into the glove of Ethan Martin is that pitch from Bird to Davis, and it's strike 3 and out 3, and we'll go to the 5th. The score here in Winston, the same as we started this half inning, 3-1, Locos on top. We're back here for the 5th inning of play. Disco Turkeys down 3-1 as we go to the top of the 5th. It is the 3-4-5 due up for the Locos. Nick Tiller, who's 0 for 1 on the day, takes that first pitch inside for ball 1 from Nick Macadon. Ball 2 was just thrown to Tiller. 2-0 pitch. Line to the right side, but foul 2-1.
Going to be important for Macadon to keep the score right where it is and keep the Locos off the board again this inning. Only one scoreless frame out of 4 thus far.
And it was the second. Both teams held scoreless. That one is, again, lined very hard into right, but foul. And the count will even up at 2 apiece.
Well, if the approach for him is to try to go the other way,
he's succeeding.
Maybe try to bust him in right here, jam him.
2-2 pitch. Off speed, didn't get in the zone, 3-2.
Not a bad idea, though, to go outside, especially when he's driven the first 2 pitches hard the other way. Not a bad idea to go up a little bit further out the zone than seeing no chase.
Ball 4 to Nick Tiller, and the leadoff man is aboard with a walk for the Locos, who have a decent fan base here.
Well, when you're trying to keep the other team off the line score again, a leadoff walk is not ideal to do that.
Whereas Carolina is hitless in their last 14 plate appearances, the Locos have 7 hits on the day. And the first pitch to the cleanup man, Joshua Delorier. Outside, ball 1. Off and running is Tiller. The throw from Usher bounces its way in, and the ball got away from Haggard. So Tiller is going to go first to third on the error. I don't know who you charged that to. The throw wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible.
No, the throw was, it wasn't on line on the fly, but it was on line on the hop. And unfortunately, Tiller and the baseball arrived at about the same time and at about the same spot. So Haggard tried to get a glove to it, but instead got his glove into Tiller's chest.
And that one's popped up to St. Laurent. He'll make the throw home, and it's not in time. So a fielder's choice for Joshua Delorier is going to bring in a run.
I don't know that that's necessarily the wrong decision right there to go home with it. When it's hit slowly like that, you feel like you've got to play, but Tiller got a really good break on that at third. And the play was not as close as I think it probably could have been had he not gotten that good jump down the third base line.
Smackadon again will throw over to first. The score is now 4-1 in favor of the Locos. They've scored 1 run in every inning except for the second. And there's no outs in the inning as that one got away from Usher on the first pitch to Luke Pritchett for ball 1.
It scored as a hit here in the ballpark, but that was, as you said, Graham, scored as a fielder's choice. And now we've got Ben Tanman jogging out to the bullpen, and I believe Scout Nichols out there as well, doing some stretches.
"1-0 is the count to Luke Pritchett. Runner on first, 1 run across, nobody out. And that's a called strike 1 from Nick Macadon.
So it is Nichols who's stretching. Tanman has grabbed a baseball, and AC Plum is out there to do the catching duties for one or both of them.
Another throw over from Macadon. Off and running is Delorier. That throw will also skip in, but St. Laurent's going to back that one up, and it's a stolen base for the Loco right fielder.
Well, even though the caught stealing for Usher a couple innings ago, they know the Locos have gotten some really good jumps on him, and Usher the last couple of throws just hasn't gotten quite enough on him.
It's 2-1 count as that swung on and missed for strike 2. Very good job by Macadon to get back into this count.
So there is now officially double-barreled action in the Carolina bullpen, Tanman and Nichols.
2-2. Right side towards that bullpen, and it's going to get out of play, but that one was pretty well hit. It's still 2-2 the count. 2-2 pitch. Right side again, fouled off.
That was a bit more out of play than the last one, but middle of the order here is dying to go the other way, it seems like.
I would say that's fair for absolute sure. And credit Macadon. He's not giving them anything to hit solidly.
No.
2-2. Off speed, good hold from Pritchett, 3-2.
Not quite enough dip on that breaking ball. Trying to get that over the front door.
Lined into center. Tubbs ranging back. He won't be able to get it. Over the head of Dion Tubbs, and he lost it on the warning track. This might be an inside the Parker. Instead at third, Pritchett's going to be held. It is an RBI triple for the Loco first baseman, and the score is now 5-1 High Point-Thomasville.
Well, I thought what Dion did, which was that was not hit nearly as hard as it seemed off the bat. Looked like a line out straight to Dion, who started in a little bit, and then it caught a gust of wind, which, as that's going to do it for Macadon. You see the flag out there is now blowing a little bit straighter towards dead center, and that's where that ball went. It took a dive back towards the warning track, and then Dion lost the handle on the transfer, and that will now bring in Scout Nichols.
So the day is done on the mound for Nick Macadon. We'll take a break, give you his line, and bring you Scout Nichols action when we come back. We're back here where there's still nobody out in the top of the fifth inning. Scout Nichols has come on in relief of Nick Macadon. 4+ innings, 23 batters faced, 6 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 1 hit batsman, 3 errors behind him, and so far 5 runs, all of them earned. And so it'll still be a tough spot for Nichols to work himself out of as Drake Carrick steps up to the plate. Luke Pritchett stands on third after that RBI triple. Carrick on the day, 0 for 2. He's had some hard hit balls though. He'll take that first pitch outside, ball 1.
There's still nobody out in the inning.
For Nichols, this is his 18th appearance on the mound this year. Has been the reliever of choice many a time for the Disco Turkeys.
And in situations just like this, and when she's asked to come in and be an out-getter.
2-0. Line to right. This one might bring in the run. Davis charging on. A sliding catch. Won't be able to hold on to it. So it'll be an E9 and a run scored.
That's a tough play to make right there, but one I think if you ask Davis, he thinks he should have held on to, and what would have been a big first out.
So that'll finalize the line for Macadon. It's 6 runs, 5 of them earned, after Carrick reaches on the air. Score 6-1 Locos. Here's the pitch to Daniel Lane. Called a strike. And Nichols is in the count.
Great pitch right there.
Throw back to first, not in time. 0-1 is the count. This is the first frame that the Locos have hung more than one run, but they've scored in all but the second inning. Outside, ball one, count even. Two on. That's called a strike two.
He just pounded that outside corner. I like it.
Two-two pitch from Nichols. Outside, ball three.
That didn't miss by much. Good spot on the outer half with the breaking ball.
Lane 1 for 2 on the day. Here's the 3-2. Fouled off to the left side. It'll stay alive. Three-two count again from Nichols. Again fouled off by Lane.
This team, even up 5, does not take their foot off the gas and does not take any at-bats off. They will keep pounding.
Three-two again, off and running is Carrick that time, and the hit and run nearly worked to perfection, but that one was lined very foul by Daniel Lane. Got all of it, though.
Home run distance, he about hit it on the Salem Parkway. Out into the parking lot.
Hammered it. Count still 3-2. Three-two pitch, this time in play, grounded to the right side. Haggard will throw to second in time. Wow, that was a risky play. Just barely able to get the lead out. So a fielder's choice. Now, I thought for sure that he was going to be safe, but I thought he was going to go to first as well.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It fooled me. I thought he was going to first. Ended up getting the lead man at second, and that's a big play. Because now you've got the double play in order with one out.
I tell you what.
Heads up play.
That's a great play from Haggard. So to bring up the 9-man, Ethan Martin. I apologize, it's Mason Everhart who homered his last time up. Ethan Martin is on deck. First pitch to Everhart was taken for strike one. Throw back to first, not in time. Everhart struck out on 4 pitches in the second inning and then went deep on the first pitch he saw in the fourth. Oh, 1. Was able to hold off of that one. It's outside for ball one. Off and running is Carrick, and that one again hammered to the right side, but it's foul.
Onto the concourse. Wow, great pop the other way.
1-2 the count to the big man Mason Everhart. He hit the home run that made the lead for the Locos too. Since then it has doubled to 4. It's 5-1. Another throw back to first, not in time. That one missed. It's 2-2. That one also missed. 3-2 now. Nichols can't find the zone after getting ahead.
He's not missing by much, though. Love where he's going in the outer half.
Off and running is Carrick. That one is a tough play. Farrell on the left side will throw on to first. Not in time. Infield base hit for Mason Everhart.
Yeah, that's a tough play as slowly as that thing was hit. And now first and second, one out on the infield hit. Scout really needs well, he got a ground ball. Now he just needs one that's hit a little harder.
So this could be a big spot for the Locos if they can keep hanging runs. The first pitch to the number 9 man, Ethan Martin, called a strike. It's 0-1. A 1 pitch. Again taken by Martin. Again a strike, 0-2.
Same spot, same pitch, back-to-back, same result both times.
0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Left side, foul.
Good job to fight that one off right there. Tried to come back inside after going away the first 2 pitches. AC Plum now has grabbed a baseball and is warming up in the Carolina bullpen. Stretching and tossing with Conklin.
0-2 pitch. Inside, in the dirt, it got away from Usher.
That hit him.
And it's a dead ball. It'll load the bases with 1 out.
That clipped him on the front foot, it looked like. So,
Man, you can't do that in an 0-2 count.
especially with first and second. Now bases are loaded, and you're back to the top of the order.
And only 1 out still. Carlos Mezquita has now batted in every inning except for the second.
Now you really need a ground ball.
Fouled off first pitch by Mezquita.
That was a bases loaded swing right there.
Was looking for the grand salami right there, but the 20th pitch from Nichols is fouled off for an 0-1 count to Mezquita, who on the day 1 for 3. 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball 2. Excuse me, ball 1. Beber is playing in. Farrell is not.
It makes sense, though, to try and get the out at the plate with a lefty up.
That one got away from Usher. The flip to home, not in time. 7-1 Locos.
Well, that was almost a lucky carom off the netting behind the plate, but not quite in time.
And the wheels have fallen off the wagon here in Winston. That one's grounded to the right side. Haggard will throw on to first for out number 2, but another run's going to come across, and it's now 8-1.
You'll take the out right there, though.
So the Locos have officially batted around. Vargas, the only guy left who hadn't batted in this inning, and he's at the plate now. First pitch, outside, ball 1. Actually, no, he rung him up on that one, 0-1.
It looked borderline from up here, but that's important for Scout to get the call right there.
Very fortunate call that time. 0-1 pitch. Popped up, left side, but foul, and quickly Nichols ahead, 0-2.
Cannot afford any more damage right here.
Runner on third, 0-2 count, 2 outs. Locos have already hung 6 in this inning, 5 I should say. That one's outside. Oh no, he got him. Called strike 3 on a pitch that again was borderline, and fortunately for the Disco Turkeys, they'll finally get out of the inning. But 5 across for the Locos have made it a 7-run ball game. It's 8-1 as we head to the bottom half of the 5th. Back with more baseball here on the Carolina Disco Turkeys YouTube channel after this. Back here for the bottom of the 5th inning, the Disco Turkeys have fallen in a hole. It's an 8-1 ball game as the Disco Turkeys trail in the bottom of the 5th, and the 7-8-9 due up for the Disco Turkeys. It's Haggard, Usher, and Beber for the second time. The first pitch to Haggard is taken high and in for ball 1. Gavin Bird back out on the mound for the Locos. That was pitch number 65 of his evening, and 66 will be outside for ball 2.
See if Carolina can battle back right here, especially with the bottom of the order due up. If they can get something going here, it'll be vitally important to get back in this thing.
Foul tipped into the mid of Ethan Martin behind the plate, and it's strike 1. Good pitch to go after in a 2-0 count, but couldn't quite get a solid bat to it.
Yeah, you said it right there. Good hack, though.
2-1. Line to short on the ground. A tough hop, but a good play made by Vargas in the throw in time for out number 1.
A great play right there by Vargas to read that hop and just stay back on it. If he charges that thing a little more, that is coming up hard on him.
And that's why you square that ball up. That's why you keep it dead center in the middle of your body.
Exactly.
And this is an important inning, I should say, as Patrick Usher steps into the box for the second time. Because after this half inning, the 10-run rule will be in effect if Carolina can't hold the Locos to less than 3 runs in the 6th. They would have to score at least 1 in the bottom half of the inning to keep this game alive. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Usher. It's high and in, ball 2.
Well, the importance right now is just to get traffic and then worry about things from there. You can't hit a 7-run homer, so get on base.
Here's the 2-0. A big cut from Usher, but a good breaking ball, better breaking ball, makes it a 2-1 count.
Yeah, big time break on that one. Good 12-6 action. Right over the top with it. Good stuff.
2-1. Good off speed. Wow. That one was probably a strike, but fortunately for Usher, called a ball, and now the ultimate hitters count 3-1. The pitch, right where he wanted it, but he takes it, 3-2. It's almost like Usher just gave that to him as a makeup for the missed called strike that he got on that last pitch.
I don't necessarily blame him because the 2-1 was a strike anyways.
But there you go. You earned the walk that time. 3-2, ball 4. And with 1 out, the Disco Turkeys have a base runner for the first time and a full trip through the lineup.
And now the guy that has the only other hit of the day, one of the 2 thus far for Carolina, it's Bryson Beber. And if there's somebody that can get this line moving, it's this guy.
First pitch to Beber inside for ball 1. Beber singled his first time up. One of only 2 hits for Carolina, now 2 times through the lineup. The only other one came on the very first at-bat of the day, Deion Tubbs with a leadoff single. 1-0 pitch. That one's into center, playable, and in center, Tiller will make the catch for out number 2.
Good approach, good idea, right back up the middle, good swing, just got under it. And there is action now in both bullpens. Locos have a right-hander warming, and AC Plum is still loosening down the right field line in the Carolina bullpen.
Lineup will go back to the top. It's Deion Tubbs, who is 1 for 2 on the day, with a runner on first, down by 7. First pitch, high for ball 1.
The high velo, too, from Bird.
One 1-0 pitch. Big cut from Tubbs, but he misses on it. It's 1-1. See if Deion can find a gap right here. 1-1 is the count. The pitch to Dion. High for ball 2. Good hitter's count that he's found himself in now.
Absolutely. Now's the time to try and drive one in the gap. Heading the count 2-1.
Big cut from Tubbs and a fake snap throw to first. It's a 2-2 count now to Tubbs with 2 outs as Bird is now up to 80 pitches.
And loosening in the bullpen appeared to be number 19, Matthew Brumley for the Locos.
2-2 count to Tubbs in the dirt. Usher's going to break for second. He'll get there without a throw. And the count is run full.
That's smart base running right there from Usher. Got a good secondary lead. Broke as soon as he saw that thing was going in the dirt. And with 2 down, he is in scoring position.
Could be a big hit coming from
And they call
Tubbs.
a balk.
Wow, that's fortunate. So now 90 feet from scoring. That one's grounded to the right side, and a good diving stop by the second baseman, Daniel Lane. But it'll be an infield single for Dion Tubbs, his second hit of the day, and an RBI, and the score is now 8-2.
That's how you manufacture a run right there, number 30. Get on with a walk, advance on the wild pitch, take fortune of the balk, and then Dion does his job at the plate, puts it in play, gets on with the infield hit with his speed. And as a result, the run scores. An important run to trim the deficit, as you said, with coming up on the 10-run rule.
6-run deficit now, and it brings up Kix Farrell. Tubbs fakes the steal. Very good first pitch from Bird regardless. It's 0-1.
And it looked like Bird was all too concerned with Dion's antics over there. He's coming right after Kix Farrell.
Farrell 0 for 2 today. On the year has a pretty good batting average. Yep, absolutely. Farrell's batting .306 coming into this one. As he fouls that one off, it'll be 0-2.
Very rarely do we see him go 0 for 3 or even start a game that way.
He did not have a hit against the Mustangs on Monday night. That was the last game played by these guys. Tubbs is running, the pitch outside, and that'll be number 21 for Dion Tubbs. Wow, they rang up kicks on that pitch. That was very far outside. Wow. Man, oh man.
Wow.
What a call.
That's interesting.
What a call. We'll go to the 6th. Score 8-2. Disco Turkeys get one back. Locos up to bat after this. We're back here for the start of the 6th inning. It's a 6-run ball game. Carolina trails. And we've got 3 substitutions to announce for you as Nick Tiller will step into the box. AC Plum is on the mound for Carolina. DJ Musser has made his appearance at first. And Dane Stewart has come in right field for Jeff Davis. Bryson Beber and Jeff Davis, the odd men out. Musser and Stewart coming on. The first pitch from AC Plum will miss for ball 1.
You can close the book on Scout Nichols as well after that inning.
Yep, and that one will bounce in from AC Plum. Nichols, 1 inning, 6 batters faced, 1 hit, no walks, 1 strikeout, 1 hit batsman, and 2 runs, both earned.
Hard to come in that situation and not give up at least 1 or 2 runs, but he limited the damage and he did what he was asked to do. He got 3 outs.
2-0. Fouled off by Tiller.
Fouled off of Tiller.
Yeah, that's a good way to put that. It's a 2-1 count now. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Plum. That one's fouled off, and the count runs to 2-2.
He made a little bit more solid contact on that one. Fouled it straight back, which tells you what? One thing. He's on it.
Two-two pitch from Plum. In the dirt again. Third one he spiked. It's 3-2.
I like the idea to try to get him go fishing with the breaking ball, but now the count's full, and you do not want to start this inning the same way the last one did with a leadoff walk to this guy.
Tiller came around to score 1 of 5 runs for the Locos. Here's the 3-2. Up the middle, St. Laurent will pick it up. Throw to Musser at first. Got him. Out number 1.
Good form play there by St. Laurent. Tiller was busting it down the line. St. Laurent did not rush it, though. Fielded it cleanly, took 2 steps. Got the throw on to first to get him by a step.
So bring up Delorier, who's 1 for 1 on the day. The jump by St. Laurent won't be able to get to it. Now make that 2 for 2. Or 2 for 3, I should say.
Went halfway to second. Yeah,
And
good
it's a one-out
stuff.
single.
Good stuff from the incoming High Point Panther. I'm sure you'll be seeing a lot of next spring.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing from him. Just wish it didn't have to be against the Turks. So it'll bring up Luke Pritchett, who had that RBI triple his last time up. He's got a base hit in each of his last 2 plate appearances. He's 2 for 3 on the day. And the dirt ball 1 to him.
He's going to try and keep the ball down here, though, and try and roll a double play ball.
Pritchett has 2 RBIs on the day. One oh the count. The pitch from Plum. Popped up, out of play.
Good pitch right there to get back even in the count. And not afford to leave one up to this guy. Big time pop.
1-1. Breaking ball got back into the zone. 1-2.
Well, fortunate to get the call right there, but good idea on it to try and break it back over the back door, and he got just that.
One-two count, off and running, and the hit and run to the left side. Farrell will look on to second, the throw to first in time for out number 2.
Well, but did its job. Carolina will take the out, but the Locos will take the guy in scoring position. The hit and run 100% works right there.
So now a runner on second and 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. So Drake Carrick will come up with a runner on second. As said, it is Joshua Delorier who has made it on base each time he's come up to the plate and made it to second base 3 of the 4. Carrick will take that first pitch for ball 1. And Usher will take a step out to talk to Plum quickly. Got some cloud cover coming in. Just one dark cloud, a couple of lighter ones. One zero. That one's in the zone. Called strike one. Good pitch from Plum.
Really, really good breaking ball right there on the outer half.
One count. Here it is. Off speed. Didn't get back into the zone that time. 2-1.
Tried to do the same exact thing right there. Just didn't quite get it back over the back door.
Two one. Fouled off. Right side. 2-2 now. Chance to get out of the inning here. 2-2 count with 2 outs and a runner on second base. Pitch from Plum. Line to the right side, picked up by Musser, and he'll walk to first base and step on it for out number 3. So a scoreless inning for the first time since the second. Good job by AC Plum to come on and blank the Locos. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. The score 8-2. Hey Ostentation Nation, visit the Foul Territory Team Store today in order to grab all your favorite Carolina Disco Turkeys merchandise to show your team spirit. You can visit the team store at Truist Stadium during our next home game or at discoturkeys.com. We're back here for the bottom of the 6th inning, where it is a new pitcher for the Locos. The day is done for Gavin Bird. It's Jackson Shore coming on in relief. Gavin Bird, 5 innings, 20 batters faced, 3 hits, 3 runs, only 2 of them earned. 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 1 error. Behind him, all on 85 pitches, not a bad day. And the first pitch from Jackson Shore is a heater that catches the outside corner, 0-1 to Logan Conklin. One pitch to Conklin is going to be fouled off, 1-2.
Would be big if Logan Conklin could find a gap right here and get the ball rolling.
Here's the 1-2 to Conklin from Shore, line to second, but the catch made by Nick Halo, who has come on, and that'll retire Conklin out number 1. So St. Laurent has come up to the plate now. He's 0 for 2 today, reached on an error, and lined out to center.
A solid contact by Conklin right there, but unfortunately for him, right back at him. Shore is a guy that Carolina has seen a lot of this year, and a guy that has done good work for the Locos.
St. Laurent has fallen behind 0-2. Off speed, got him on that one. I apologize. The count is now 1-2.
Oof. That looked like an ephus.
Very good off speed.
Very deceptive.
1-2 count. High ball 2. That one's lined by St. Laurent into left center. Coming on, that one's going to drop. And St. Laurent is aboard with a single.
Beat goes on for number 12. Another solid single for him. He's been on base twice now today. And we'll see if he can make an impact here on the bases, and we'll see if the guy that's stepping into the box can get some more solid contact that we're used to seeing from him.
Smith lines that one to left, but it's foul. Very solid piece of contact.
Well, he did it right. He didn't wait too long right there. I love the aggressiveness. It's a little bit out in front of that. But he hit the netting down there and left. If it was fair, it'd be going a lot further than it did.
St. Laurent on first with 1 out. Here's the 0-1 to Smith. Outside corner, called strike 2.
Perfectly placed right there.
Oh, 2 pitch. Line to short and picked up by Vargas. He bobbled it. The throw to first, not in time.
Everybody's safe now.
So
that
Smith,
could be big.
Smith reaches on the error by Vargas at short, who bobbled the ground ball over there in the 6 hole.
Yeah, he bobbled the initial hop. Tried to make the play on the backhand on the move in the hole. It would have been a tough play regardless, but bobbled it on the initial field, not on the transfer, so he wouldn't have even had a chance to get him at second, let alone first.
So it'll be Dane Stewart coming in for the first time.
And that could be big.
2 runners on, still 1 out. And the first pitch from Stewart, I should say, is taken for ball 1.
We'd like to welcome into the booth our good friend Boogie.
We see him clowning around all the time here at Truist Stadium. The 1-0 pitch to Stewart, a big cut on a better heater. It's 1-1.
Boogie, I think you could have hit that pitch.
Honestly, that's not probably a bad bet. Stewart has come in for Jeff Davis in right field at the 6th spot in the order. Davis was 0 for 2 today. Here's the 1-1. Another big cut from Dane Stewart, and he's behind 1-2.
2 big fastballs, same result on them.
Stewart is at risk for falling victim to the K for the 31st time this season. This is his 21st game played. One-two pitch. Fouled off, and he'll stay alive for at least one more.
Good defensive swing right there. Thanks for joining us, Boogie.
St. Laurent stands on second. Caleb Smith on first. And Dane Stewart's at the plate with a 1-2 count. The pitch outside, ball 2. Good take.
Yeah, good take to work the count even right there. Was able to get around on the fastball on the 1-2, fight it off, and then takes a tough one on the outer half.
Off speed, outside, ball 3.
A definite cloud cover in the area, but no rain in the area whatsoever, really. We'll be good to go, and it's a good time for the Turkeys to try and get a comeback rolling.
3-2 count. Got him looking. Strike 3 called, and for the 31st time this season, Dane Stewart is down on strikes. It comes with a runner in scoring position, and it's now 2 outs for the Disco Turkeys.
That's one 3-2 you just can't take. You've at least got to try and put a bat on it. That is too close on the inside corner to be looking at, especially with 2 on. I mean, you've got to be absolutely battling up there to look at that pitch. Just can't do that.
And he knows that. First pitch to Kason Haggard is an off speed and a good one at that, 0-1.
Perfectly placed.
Kason Haggard from West Texas A&M will pop that one up to the right side. Coming on to make the catch is Luke Pritchett for out number 3. So 2 runners on and nobody out, with 1 guy out. Turns into no runs across for Carolina as we go to the 7th. Disco Turkeys still trail by 6, and they have 3 innings left to make it up. We're back here for the 7th inning where AC Plum is back on the mound. And it's Nick Halo stepping in for the first time for the Locos to start the 7th inning. We're back here for the 7th inning. Wow, that got him back on the mound. And it's Nick Halo stepping in for the first time for the Locos to start the 7th inning. We're back here for the 7th inning. Wow, that got him back on the mound. And it's Nick Halo stepping in for the first time for the Locos to start the 7th inning. We're back here for the 7th inning. Wow, that got him back on the mound. And it's Nick Halo stepping in for the first time for the Locos to start the 7th inning. We're back here for the 7th inning. Wow, that got him back on the mound. First free base that Nick Halo is allowed for the first time for the Locos to start the 7th inning. We're back here for the 7th inning. Wow, that got him back. That's the first free base that Nick Halo is allowed for the first time for the Locos to start the 7th inning.
Back on track after Friday night in Boone.
That's the first
That
free
last
base
half
that
inning
Nick Halo
certainly
is
looked like
allowed
he
for the
headed
first
that
time
way
for the
before the
Locos
game. He was
to start the 7th
starting to get back on track after Friday night in Boone. That last half inning certainly looked like he headed that way before the game. He was starting to get back on track after Friday night in Boone. That last half inning, same problem that we talked about a lot with him over the game. He was starting to get back on track after what's happening in Boone. That last half inning, same problem that we talked about a lot with him over the game.
That one ran high and in as well. That time it was a fastball.
He's just not finishing his delivery. He's not coming completely over the top with it. He's going to stop it 75% of the way through and letting him rip. He's just not finishing his delivery. He's not coming completely over the top. Looks like Ben Taman is back up 75% of the way through and letting him rip. He's just not finishing his delivery. He's not coming completely over the top.
High into right.
Back up.
This one might be tough. Haggard will call off Stewart.
That's a tough play that Casey Haggard just made look a lot easier than it is. At dusk like this, a pop-up like that, that's out into the triangle and right, a lot easier than it is. One that really nobody could get a perfect read on. Casey able to find it, call him off, and make the play and stuff. Triangle and right, a lot easier than it is. One that really nobody could get a perfect read on. Casey able to find it, call him off, and make the play and stuff. Triangle and right, a lot easier than it is. One that really nobody could get a perfect read on. Casey able to find it, call him off, and make the play and stuff. High velo that time for Macy. Easier than it is. One that really nobody could get a perfect read on. Casey able to find it.
Macy doesn't have all of his stuff.
High velo that time.
One thing he always has.
One that really nobody lively fastball. Casey able to find it.
Macy doesn't have all of his stuff. He's 0-1. One thing he always has.
One that really nobody lively fastball. Casey able to respond to the fastball in his first two pitches.
He's 0-1. One thing he always has.
One that really nobody lively fastball. Casey able to respond to the fastball in his first two pitches.
He's 0-1. One thing he always has.
One that really nobody lively fastball. Casey able to respond to the fastball in his first two pitches.
Halo's off the he always has. The pitch was outside.
That was impressive. But
the pitch was outside.
The pitch wasn't that far outside. Probably would have worked more like a pitch out. That was impressive. But
the pitch was outside.
The pitch wasn't that far outside. Probably would have worked more like a pitch out. That was impressive. But
the pitch was outside.
The pitch wasn't that far outside. Probably would have worked more like a pitch out. That was impressive.
That one got away from the wild pitch.
Wasn't that far outside. Probably would have worked more like a pitch out. That was impressive. Fly ball was scored. Wasn't that far outside. It's on now like a pitch out. That was impressive. Fly ball was scored. Wasn't that far outside. It's on now like a pitch out. That was impressive. Fly ball was scored. Wasn't that far outside. It's on now like a pitch out. Interesting, because that was similar to the first two pitches of the AB that were both called strikes. Interesting, because that was similar to the first two pitches of the AB that were both called strikes. Interesting, because that was similar to the first two. That was a late call, though. Strikes.
That's strike three.
That's strike three.
Had me fooled. I thought that was ball four. That one
Interesting, because that was similar to the first two. That was a late call, though.
I'm not one to argue with umpires.
Strike three.
I mean, everybody's got their own opinion.
Everybody's got have their own methods behind the plate too. But here's the thing: not many of the calls from him have been demonstrative or definitive in any way tonight. I mean, they've been very subdued. Not many of the calls from him have been demonstrative or definitive in any way.
We'll bring up Carlos Mesquita with 2 outs and
They've
runner
been very
on third.
subdued. Not many of the calls from him have been demonstrative or definitive in any way.
We'll bring up single stolen base, 2 outs scored.
They've been very subdued. Not many of the
Sorry if the audio cut out. We're back here. 3-1 count, 2 outs in the top of the 7th to Carlos Mesquita. Sorry if the audio cut out. We're back here. 3-1 count, to the right side. That's going to get through, and it'll be an RBI for Mesquita, his first of the day. It'll make the score 9-2. Way back here. 3-1 count, right side. That's going to get through, and it'll be an RBI for Mesquita, his first of the day. It'll make the score 9-2. Way back here.
now in the match. Carolina once again.
Ross. RBI for Mesquita, his first of the day. It'll make the score 9-2. Way back here.
Now in the match. Ross.
RBI for Mesquita, his first
thus
far. It'll make the score 9-2.
Now in the match. Ross.
RBI for Mesquita, his first far. It'll make the score 9-5. Pitch outside ball.
Now in the match. Ross.
RBI for Mesquita, his first far. It'll make the score 9-5. Pitch outside ball.
Now in the match. Ross.
RBI for Mesquita, his first far. It'll make the score 9-5. Pitch outside ball.
Now in the match. Ross.
RBI for Mesquita, his first far. It'll make the score 9-5. Pitch outside ball.
Had 5 at-bats in the ball game.
The score 9-5. Pitch outside ball.
He had 5 at-bats in the ball game. 5 at-bats in the ball game. 5 at-bats in the ball
Second and Haggard. It took a hop on him. Mesquita's going to gun for third. Stewart will pick it up going to second. Second and Haggard. It took a hop on him. Mesquita's going to gun for third.
Carolina
going to second.
talked about it a lot. Free bases. That was a nasty hop, but hey, Carolina pretty sure-handed over there. That was a nasty hop. Uncharacteristic of him, but again, that was a nasty hop. Again, pretty sure-handed over there. As sure-handed as Cation is, he knows he should be able to make that adjustment. Again, pretty sure-handed over there. As sure-handed as Cation is, he knows he should be able to make that adjustment. Again, pretty sure-handed over there. Now the disco Cation have as many errors as he is to make that adjustment. Again, pretty sure-handed over there. Now the disco Cation have as many errors as he is to make that adjustment. Again, now the disco Cation have as many errors as he is to make that adjustment. Again, spot. Now the disco Cation dancing errors as he is to make that adjustment. Again, spot. As is the
2 on, 2 outs. Off and running is Vargas outside. Throw. 2 runners in the spot now.
That was a really, really smart play by Usher right there. Amaz Kita, as I said, was dancing over there at third. Was a quarter of the way down the line. They send the runner from first to second, hoping to draw the throw to second, and then Amaz Kita takes off. Usher noticed that, held on to the baseball. Send the runner from first to second, hoping to draw the throw to second, and then Amaz Kita takes off. Usher noticed that, held on to the baseball. Send the runner from first to second, and that's about the perfect time to put on it. It makes the most sense right there, right?
Really up by 7 from first to go yard, and this at bat. That was the perfect time to put on it.
Exactly, makes the most sense right there, right?
So really up by 7 from first to go yard, and this at bat. That was the perfect time to put on it.
Exactly, makes the most sense right there, right?
2 outs, so really eyeball 4, first to go yard, and this at bat. That was the perfect time to put on it.
Exactly, makes the most sense right there, right?
2 outs, so really eyeball 4, first to go yard, and this at bat.
Exactly, makes the most sense right there.
2 outs, so really eyeball 4, first to go yard, and this at bat.
Taman is floor was just standing next to Cabana on the top step of the dugout, so he's ready to go. Taman is floor was just standing next to Cabana on the top step of the dugout, so he's ready to go. Big confidence. Taman is floor, guys. Was just standing next to Cabana on the top step of the dugout, so he's ready to go. Big confidence. Taman is floor, guys. Was just standing next to Cabana on the top step of the dugout, so he's ready to go. Big confidence. Taman is floor, guys. Same issue with standing next to, talking about a lot. He's stopping 75 and just on the way down. A guy of his frame, same issue over the top downhill. So the ball's just going to fly up. A guy of his frame, same issue over the top downhill.
That one's lined into right. Stewart got a good read on it to make a catch for out number 3. So takes the opportunity to get out of the inning and does well with it. We'll go at the bottom of the 7th. One more run across for the Locos. Making a 7-run takes the opportunity to get out of the inning and does well with it. We'll go at the bottom of the Back here for the bottom of the 7th inning, and for the Disco Turkeys, the first guy up is Patrick Usher. Back here for the bottom of the 7th inning, and for the Disco Turkeys, the first guy into right. This one could drop, and it will, right in front of Joshua Delorier. Back here for the bottom of the 7th inning, and for the Disco Turkeys, the first guy into right. This one could drop, and it will, right in front of Joshua Delorier.
Right decision to abandon the batting gloves.
And for the Disco Turkeys, the first pitch he sees, it works out, and it will.
Flares it out to right. Decision to abandon it where it's not.
And for the Disco Turkeys,
to quote the second greatest baseball movie of all time, Bull Durham, flares it out to right. Decision to abandon it where it's not.
And for the Disco Turkeys,
to quote the second greatest baseball movie of all time, Bull Durham, flares it out to right. Decision to abandon it where it's not.
And for the Disco Turkeys,
to quote the second greatest baseball movie of all time, Bull Durham, flares it out to right. Decision to abandon it where it's not.
And for the Disco Turkeys,
to quote the second greatest baseball movie of all time, Bull Durham, flares it out to right. Decision to abandon.
DJ Musser swings and misses on that 1-0 pitch, and the count will even up at 1. DJ Musser swings and misses on that 1-0 pitch, and the count will even up at 1. DJ Musser swings and misses on that 1-0 pitch, and the count will even up at 1. Absolutely. Musser finding ways to get on base as of late, and it's helping out the Disco
DJ
Turkeys.
Musser
so now
swings and
misses on that 1-0 pitch, and the bottom. Absolutely.
With the top of the order coming up now.
As of late, and it's helping.
Now's the time to get back in this ball game right now. 2 on, nobody out. Lineup card flipping over. Coming up now.
As of late, and it's helping.
Now's the time to get back in this ball game right now. 2 on, nobody out. Lineup card flipping over. Coming up now.
As of late, and it's helping.
Now's the time to get back in this ball game right now. 2 on, nobody out. Lineup card flipping over. Coming up now.
As of late. We're back here at Truist Stadium where a great catch was just made in left field by Mason Everhart. Unfortunately for Dion Tubbs, it comes at his expense. But man, oh man, what a diving catch that was in the bullpen out there.
On top of the mound. That is impressive right there.
So that's the first out in the 7th for Carolina. That one is grounded weakly to third, on to first. Not in time, but the throw to second came first, and they got DJ Musser, so now it's runners on the corners after the fielder's choice. Advancing to third was Patrick Usher, and now there's 2 gone.
Now, just as quickly as you felt like you had something cooking here with first and second, nobody out, and the top of the order up, the first 2 go down, and now you got runners at the corners with 2 down. It is a completely different situation. But still an opportunity.
Logan Conklin is the guy that you'd want in this situation. He's got 9 RBIs on the year. Looking for number 10. Outside, ball 1. First pitch he sees. Kicks got a great read on that pitch. He's off and running. Probably wouldn't have drawn a throw either way.
No, before Shore had even started his motion, really, Kicks was off and running.
So
but in a 7-run
scoring position, yep, and in a 7-run game, that's gonna happen. Swing and a miss from Conklin, and he's behind 1-2 now.
Swinging for the downs right there, and I am not mad about it. In a 9-2 ball game.
Good take on that one to hold off. Tie for ball 2.
That's a tempting pitch for a power guy like that. Good discipline to lay off of it.
Popped up by Conklin. Foul territory, and it'll get out of play.
Round of applause for a young fan who's now got not one but 2 foul balls. Good things happen when you come to the ballpark.
2-2, 2 outs. Conklin swings and misses, out number 3. And for the second time today, Conklin is down on strikes. He comes with 2 runners in scoring position, down by 7. We'll go to the 8th. Carolina has got to hold the Locos to less than 3 runs if they want this game to get to the 9th. So they've got a chance to make that happen when we come back. Back for the start of the 8th inning. It's Ben Tanman coming out to the mound. He'll be tasked with Luke Pritchett, Drake Carrick, and Nick Halo. In the 8th inning, down by 7 are the Disco Turkeys. 9-2 is the score. Here in the 8th, final line for AC Plum after that first pitch from Tanman is popped up into left center. Converging upon it are Smith and Tubbs will make the catch for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Tanman. For AC Plum, 2 innings, 10 batters faced, 2 hits, 1 error behind him, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 1 hit batter, 41 pitches, and 1 run. It was earned. That's one of the best relief outings we've seen from AC Plum.
Really good bounce back outing for him. Like I said, we talked to him before the game, and he was 100% determined to get back on track after what happened Friday night in relief in Boone with the walk-off, and I think has more than certainly done that.
I would say so. Drake Carrick, the DH, is ahead in the count 2-0 now after Tanman missed twice in a row.
Got more action in the Loco bullpen now.
.30 is the count now. Tanman finds himself behind. Got to get back into the count here. And here's the pitch. There you go. That's a called strike 1.
It's number 14, Charlie Edwards, that is up and loosening the right-hander for the Locos.
That's another called strike. Great pitch from Tanman.
Tremendous
Man, I feel
spot.
like every time we do a broadcast, there is a spot, at least one spot in the game, where a Disco Turkey pitcher finds himself behind in the count 3-0 as Tanman allows the walk to Drake Carrick. But there is at least one time in every game where a pitcher for us finds himself behind 3-0 and works it full.
Yeah,
at
but
least once every game.
It seems like it's this guy more so than a lot of
That is
others
true.
because, even though he gets count, he battles so well. He finds ways to get back in the count. He finds ways to get outs. I mean, that is the definition of a scrappy pitcher. Whether he's starting, whether he's coming on in relief, he finds a way.
Taman's ahead 0-1. That one is lined by Halo into center. Tubbs coming on, and he'll make the running catch for out number 2.
Great running catch that time. Got a great break on that ball right there. Able to get underneath it and make the play, and we've got action in Carolina's bullpen now. It's Zane Beaver, number 25 in blue, that is up and loosening.
In baby blue, you should say.
Yes. Correct. Yes. Good
The better
catch.
blue.
The better of the blues. For sure. Which, by the way, jerseys are still available for pre-order at the Foul Territory Team Store.
0-1 is the count to Nick Halo. To Mason Everhart. Nick Halo just flew out. It was his second plate appearance of the afternoon, turning to evening. Here's the 0-1. And swung on and missed by Everhart. He's behind 0-2. Everhart had that solo shot in the fourth that kind of broke this game open more or less.
Yeah, it did, but good job by Tanman right there, pushing the throttle and pulling that fastball changeup.
0-2. Big fly by Everhart, but it's playable by Tubbs in right center. Deep right center at that. It'll make the catch for out number 3. So 3 F8s in the inning for the Locos provide a scoreless 8th inning. And we'll go to the bottom half of it. Carolina is still down by 7, and they've got 6 outs left to make it up. They'll come to the plate in the bottom of the 8th when we come back. We are back here in the Eighth inning, the bottom of the eighth inning, I should say. Disco Turkeys are still down by 7, but it's the 4-5-6 due up for them in the bottom of the eighth. Austin St. Laurent will start that order, and the first pitch he sees is fouled off for strike 1. We've got a new pitcher on the mound for the Locos. It is Charlie Edwards, as you mentioned. That's a very staunch take by Austin St. Laurent.
Staunch take and a good spot on the mound, too, but shows you how well St. Laurent's seeing the baseball right now.
He's 1 for 3 today. That one's lined foul to the right side, 1-2. St. Laurent reached on an error in the first, and that error ended up bringing in a run. It was made by Carlos Mesquita at third. He's also lined out to center and singled up the middle. Behind 1-2 here. Here's the pitch. It's grounded to the right side. Tough play. Flip onto Edwards by Pritchett for out number 1.
Yeah, well done right there by Pritchett. St. Laurent was absolutely flying down the line. And Pritchett able to field it cleanly and flip on over to his pitcher covering in enough time.
So bringing Caleb Smith, who on the day 0 for 3, with a line out, a pop up, and an error. Here's the first pitch to Smith, and it's fouled off for strike 1.
We got a ball escape from the Carolina bullpen. Whereas we told you Zane Beaver's up and warming.
He will probably come on for the 9th. Carolina does not like to let their relievers go out for longer than an inning at a time. Unless it's AC Plum, but that's
Correct.
because he's a natural starter. Caleb lined that one into left. Very solid contact, but directly at Mason Everhart. Tough break, out number 2.
Unlucky and then some right there. I mean, squared that thing up.
So Dane Stewart will come up for the second time today. 0 for 1 with a backwards K. He'll take that first pitch up and in, ball 1. One 0 pitch. Fouled off right side, 1-1.
Yeah, good cut right there, though. Trying to shoot that thing down the line the other way.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Down 2-1.
Really good take right there. Similar pitch to the one that got him looking his last time up. Just a little bit too far inside. Good job to recognize that.
That one was up at the eyebrows, but Stewart swung and missed. It's 2-2 now.
Yeah, a little too aggressive right there.
You could say. 2-2 pitch. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Second K of the day for Dane Stewart at the plate. The Disco Turkeys go down in order in the 8th inning, and we'll go to the 9th. It's a 7-run advantage for the Locos, and we'll go to the 9th inning. The score 9-2. One last chance for the Disco Turkeys, but first the Locos have a chance to extend this lead. Top of the 9th inning here at Truist Stadium. The Disco Turkeys are in a 7-run hole and being tasked with keeping them at that distance is Zane Beaver, who comes on for the 9th inning. And 9-1-2 due up for the Locos. Final line for Ben Tanman. 1 inning, 4 faced, no hits, no strikeouts, 1 walk, and no runs. First pitch got away from Beaver. It's 1-0 to Ethan Martin.
Martin's had solid ABs and solid contact every time he's been to the plate, with the exception of the hit by pitch.
Here it is. There you go, Zane. Get that one into the zone. It's 1-1.
A good sidearm action there to the outside corner.
That one got away from Beaver again. It's now 2-1. The pitch. Wow, good spot, but Martin was crowding the plate, so it looked a little bit farther in than it actually was. It's 3-1.
Yeah, that might have clipped the inside corner, but as you said, Martin very Anthony Rizzo-like crowding the plate from the left side.
3-1 pitch, line back up the middle where there was a massive hole there, and it's a leadoff single for Ethan Martin.
Best game we've seen offensively from Martin when we've seen him start against
absolutely.
Carolina.
He's 3 for 5 now in terms of on-base percentage, 2 for 4 on the day at the plate. 2 singles, hit by a pitch, a K, and a ground out. But a very good day at the office for number 15, both defensively and offensively. And so he's the leadoff base runner in the 9th. And Mesquita comes up, grounds that one. This could be 2, 4, 6, 3. Good double play being turned by St. Laurent, Haggard, and Musser. And so as quickly as that base runner was allowed first, it's taken away. 2 outs in the inning.
Beautifully done. Perfectly executed pitch down in the zone to get Mesquita to roll over it. And with his speed, it's hard to turn too. Luckily, that was hit hard enough. Right at Haggard at second. Flip to St. Laurent, and then a quick turn to get the speedy Mesquita. Perfectly executed all the way around.
First pitch to Jose Vargas, lined in a left center. St. Laurent will jump for it, but that one was way over his head. Vargas is going to turn first, head for 2, but wisely stay put at first. And so a 2-out single for Jose Vargas on the first pitch.
Really good play by Caleb Smith right there to get in the gap and cut that thing off. Is it off the bat? It looked like it was going to get deep enough in the gap for extra bases, but a really good job by number 4 in Baby Blue to break over there into the gap and cut that thing off.
So to bring in Nick Tiller for the 6th plate appearance of the day. He's walked 3 times, struck out once and grounded out once. The first pitch to him is called strike 1.
Swung on and missed, actually. Pulled the string on it.
Here's the 0-1 from Beaver, the sidearm delivery, inside for ball 1.
Good spot, though. Didn't miss by much, and especially with the guys with this much power, righty on righty, you want to try and bust him in and try and break the chainsaw out, get him to bust a bat.
1-1 pitch. That one got over the plate, but fouled off. 1-2 now.
Way out in front of it. And part of that has to do with changing speeds on the first 2 pitches. First pitch changeup had him way out in front. 0-1's a fastball inner half trying to bust him in. And then when you change speeds like that, you can get somebody off balance.
1-2 inside, ball 2, count even.
Vargas bluffed the go over there at first.
Feigned the steal, one might say.
That's one way to put it.
The pitch, 2-2, fouled off. It'll stay the same count. We'll do it over again. Two-two, got him looking. What a pitch from Zane Beaver. So that'll do it for the top half of the ninth. Beaver comes on, does his job. We'll go to the bottom half of the inning. The score is still 9-2, and the Disco Turkeys have 3 outs to get 7 runs up and force extra innings. We'll be back with the final half frame, possibly after this. Bottom of the ninth, Carolina Disco Turkeys down 7, and it's the bottom 3 in the order due up to make something happen. Kaysen Haggard, Patrick Usher, and DJ Musser. First pitch to Haggard is high for ball 1.
Get the rally caps out, folks. It's that time.
An opportunity that Carolina, no stranger to, have not found success very often this season, at home particularly, as the count evens up at 1. And that'll be another called strike. It's 1-2.
Back-to-back pitches right down the heart of the plate.
1-2 count. Swung on and missed, and a quick strikeout for Kaysen Haggard, his second of the day. It's out number 1.
Yeah, not the way you want the ninth inning to start right there. Tough day for Kaysen at the plate.
0 for 4 with a pop out, a ground out, and 2 Ks. Although, to be fair, that one in the 6th inning was largely not his fault.
Correct.
The pitch that he was rung up on was a terrible called strike. That one's low. Martin didn't get a great frame on it, and the first pitch to Patrick Usher is down for ball 1.
Yeah, that looked a little bit lower than I think it would have been, you said, based on the frame.
That one's in there, though. It's a 1-1 count, and I even saw Martin tap his chest protector after the pitch, saying, that's on me. I got to frame that one better. But the count's 1-1, and the pitch fouled off by Usher. He's behind 1-2.
Good cut, especially after the base hit last time up. He put the batting gloves back on, though.
See, I don't know if I like that. First pitch, you got a base hit. Why would you change?
Yeah, exactly.
1-2. Wow, that one was very high and in, behind the head of Usher. The count's 2-2.
That was a breaking ball that didn't do a whole lot of breaking.
It would have possibly broken the helmet of Usher had it plunked him, but it's 2-2 pitch. Line back up the middle, and coming on, a great catch made in center by Nick Tiller for out number 2.
Wow. And that's the third time tonight I can think of that a disco turkey has hit the ball absolutely on the screws right at somebody.
It's been tough all night long for the disco turkeys. Only one earned run tonight. Came courtesy of an RBI single from Dion Tubbs, the only disco turkey with multiple hits. The team as a whole has 6. Same amount that they tallied on Monday against the Mustangs. DJ Musser, first pitch, lines one foul to the right side. He was behind on it, 0-1.
He almost took out Scout Nichols on the top step of the
Come
dugout.
on, man, we need him. Something of note about Scout Nichols, since you bring him up. The Disco Turkeys have played now, this is their 25th game this season. As that one's lined to first and dropped by Pritchett. Throw on to first, won't be in time. And an E3 will keep the game alive for the time being. As Musser reaches on the air by Pritchett. Scout Nichols has appeared in 18 of the 25 games that Carolina has played so far this season. And for a pitcher, those numbers are ridiculous.
Absolutely. There's a reason he won reliever of the year.
At the midseason
point. But
and the players are going to be voting on the end-of-season awards. I think that's going to be really fun to see who the players think.
I think Scout's a leading candidate to retain that.
No doubt about that one. Dion Tubbs back up. It's his 5th time at the plate tonight. He'll foul off the first pitch, strike 1.
Good job by Musser, though, that last time up. Saw the approach. Hard contact, back-to-back pitches the other way.
0-1. Lined into center. This one could do it. And Tiller will make the catch for out number 3. And that'll do it for us here in Winston. The Disco Turkeys suffer a loss for the 19th time this season in 25 games. They dropped to 6-19 on the year. And they automatically can do no better than 500 on the homestand. Quick 2-game stint at Truist. The loss tonight to the Locos, 9-2, and tomorrow we'll be back with a broadcast against everybody's favorite team to hate, the Greensboro Monarchs. Should be a good one for you here. We'll have it for you same time as this one, 5:35 Eastern. Tune back in tomorrow, Disco Turkeys and Monarchs, but for now, signing off for Brett Wiseman and everybody else on our great game day staff here in Winston-Salem. The final score, 9-2, Disco Turkeys final.